This is 7 Days of XYZ, a YouTube channel where we explore a new topic every week related to companies and technology. And this week is about artificial intelligence business cases. And today let's talk about inclusion and diversity, and more specifically 3 products that are helping companies with diversity and inclusion by using AI. So the first company is a company called Pimetrics, and the idea behind Pimetrics is that you do neuroscience kind of challenges, and then based on what you kind of score in those challenges, you get jobs. So like the process of getting screened into an interview at a company is like, you know, just a test, and the test is the same for everyone. And you know, it's always great in when you're trying to get rid of biases to have some kind of standardized process that you're using, because that reduces bias, right? So I really like the part of like having a challenge in the first step of the recruitment process. And 2 other companies that are doing this is a company called 105 and a company called Sqore. They're both doing, you know, different kind of tests in the early stage of the application process, with the idea that, you know, the CV might not be the best representation of, you know, skills in humans. There's another thing that I really like about this Pimetrics product, and that is the rejected candidates, the candidates that the company are rejecting, they're automatically getting matched with other jobs at other companies. So it's like it's feeding in to the recruitment processes of other companies, and this is a huge pain point for recruiters and companies that are recruiting, that, you know, a lot of people will be rejected, and it's a terrible candidate experience being rejected by a company. So instead of having a company rejecting this candidate, they can go on to another recruitment process and hopefully find a job in one of those companies instead. And the second company I want to mention is a company called Atypica, and they do something very smart and something that I have had a manual labor challenge with doing. So the first thing that you want to do with diversity is like understand when you're doing recruitments, if you kind of get a share of the whole available talent pool to the recruitment processes that you have in your company. So for instance, like if you're looking for a salesperson, and let's say that, you know, 40% of all the salespeople in your city are women, you know, ideally you would have at least 40% women in your applications, right? And what Atypica does is that they visualize kind of the underlying talent pool for various professions. So you can compare the people that you are kind of putting into your recruitment process with the people that are in the general job market. And, you know, obviously, like if there is a mismatch, like if you're not targeting any women, like no women at all are applying for your jobs, like you can start to question why. And you can use Atypica as a tool for, you know, analyzing how you're making progress towards the goal of being more diverse and inclusive. And the third company that I wanted to bring up for you is a company called Andor. So what they're doing is that they're basically anonymizing applications. So it's going from the whole part of like finding a potential candidate to having them apply for your company. And what they do in the middle phase is that they anonymize the CVs of people. And I've been talking about this in another episode of this YouTube channel, how it has been found that recruiters, whether it's like conscious or unconscious, are discriminating people by their names. So by having a platform like this, you can kind of take away the information that shouldn't be a part of your decision making process in the first place, which makes it easier for you to make a good decision. So these are the 3 companies that I want to test out in 2019 when it comes to like inclusion and diversity in the recruitment process. So Pimetrics are doing these neuroscience tests, which makes, you know, it makes the recruitment process more based on skill rather than, you know, what kind of employer has this person had before. Atypica, which is like visualizing inclusion and diversity, so you can actually see how you're how you're doing against that benchmark, and then Blendor, which is doing kind of the whole recruitment process and anonymizing CVs. So do you have any other examples of tools like this, tools that will make your recruitment process and company more inclusive and diverse? Please comment below if you have any suggestions, and I will be happy to hear from you.